Hey everybody, welcome to video 2. And in order to add or subtract rational expressions with different denominators, we have to actually look at this idea of the least common multiple. Okay, so in class the other day, we looked at adding 2/5 plus 7/15. Okay, we looked at that, and in order to find a common denominator, one way to do it is to multiply straight across, but the other way is to look at this idea called least common multiple. And the idea here is if we list the multiples of our denominators, so 5 is a denominator, and so 5, and then the next multiple is 5 is 10, 15, increasing by 5, 20, 25, etc. Okay? And so even though so when we look at 15, 15 starts at 15, 30, 45, and if we stop, the least common multiple is 15, so the denominator would become 15. Well, that's the idea we're going to take into polynomials, okay? And so what we're going to do is look at how to find the least common multiple, okay? And there's only 2 steps here. And it says factor each expression completely. Okay, write any repeated factors as powers. For example, x cubed plus 6x squared plus 9x, that equals this. They break it down so that there was 2 factors there of x plus 3, so they squared it, okay? List the different factors, all the different factors, okay? If the polynomials have a factor in common, you're going to use it, but you're going to take the highest power, okay? So, you know, factors of 15 are 5 and 3, right? Factors of, and that's what they talk about, numbers that are being multiplied. So let's look at 2x cubed, y to the 4th, and 3x to the 5th, y cubed. So you're gonna break this down, and it's not pretty. It's not anything special. So you have 2x cubed, y to the 4th. So let's break that down. That's just 2 times x. Okay, times x times x. Hopefully I don't run out of space. Y times y times y times y. There it is, broken down. And then we look at 3x to the 5th, y cubed. So we're on step 1 here, factor, okay? We're factoring all these out, so we're breaking down 3 times, now there's 5 x's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3y cubed, or times 3y multiplied together, okay? So the LCM, you list all the different factors. So let's start in the top, okay? So we have a 2. Okay, and it says if the polynomials have common factors, use the highest power. So notice how I'm going to use a 2 and I'm going to use a 3 because those are different. Okay, notice how this has x being multiplied 3 times, and the bottom one also has x being multiplied together, but 5 times. So that's going to be times x, and we're going to take the most. We're going to take to the 5th power there. Notice how we have y being multiplied 4 times in a row, and there's a y term down here, so both of them have a y term, and so the definition tells us, hey, if they share a common factor, take the largest power. So it's going to be y, but it's going to be to the 4th power. So when we simplify this, we just get 6x to the 5th, y to the 4th. That is the least common multiple, the LCM. Okay, so I've got one more example. And these are a little bit different. These are polynomials. So we're going to apply the same process. So we're going to factor. We're going to have x squared plus 3x minus 4. Okay, that breaks down into, okay, double set of parentheses. X goes here, and we're looking for 2 numbers that multiply to be negative 4 and add to be 3. So that's going to be positive 4 minus 1. Got that one? And then we're going to look at the second one, x squared minus 3x plus 2. And we're going to break that down. And that's a trinomial, 3 terms. It's a quadratic, so this is how we set it up. X and x go in here. 2 numbers that multiply to be 2 and add to be negative 3. Well, both of them have to be negative. So we have minus 2 and minus 1. So the LCM is all the factors listed. So notice how we have an x plus 4 and an x minus 1 here. So one of our factors is x plus 4. Now both of them have an x minus 1 factor, so we only have to list that once, okay? And then this second one has x minus 2, so that also has to be listed. You list all the different factors, and if the factors repeat, you take the largest power. That's how we find the LCM. Okay, so that's LCM of polynomials, and if you have any questions or comments, just type them below. We'll see you next time.